Hey, what's up, YouTube? So, I'm doing this series of videos detailing my life as a African American software developer. I work primarily in the financial industry. I've been doing software development 20 plus years, 20 years. So I feel like, I have some information to pass on to someone that might want to get into this field. Um, I decided to do this because, I see other perspectives. I see different perspectives, but I don't see an African American perspective, an African American male perspective. So I want to give my perspective so that if we the material, the information that I'm giving is not specifically geared towards African Americans, but I wanna ensure that if someone black male, female sees this video, they can and they're looking to get into software development. They'll have my perspective to add on, either persuade them or dissuade them from getting into this field, which requires constant study, constant upgrading skills. So it's not a field that someone that just wants to learn something and then do for 30 years without upgrading skills. This is not for you. This is for someone that enjoys coding and enjoys learning. If you don't have that passion to learn, you don't have that passion to code, then this is not for you. This field is not for you. You can get into this field, but you'd have to do project management, or you'd have to do other things that are that might have some connection, but you can't do this sort of coding and not have the passion to learn, upgrade your skills. So within this series, I'm gonna try to keep my videos short because I don't want to bore people with hour-long videos discussing different aspects of software development. I want it more focused on what a person needs to know to get into this field. And like I said, I want to see more black representation in this field. Even though the information that I give is for anyone, I want to see more black representation. Because we're underrepresented in this field. And I also want to dispel, or I want to elaborate on the word STEM. I hear this word being used, STEM. So STEM is, it's a word that people use. They say, oh, you need to get into STEM, but they don't tell you what, exactly what. STEM can encompass anything from biomedical to, building, hardware and software, or, different types of scientific disciplines. So I want to focus more on my brand of software development that I work in, so that more I want to focus on the type of development that I do to pass on information on this type of development, which is one of the main foundation languages. I do web development. So the type of development that I work on is can be translated into web or mobile development, but I work mostly in the financial industry, and I work mostly in I'm a contractor, so I take contracts mostly in corporate environments. So the type of information that I'm going to pass on is mostly related to the type of languages that I work with, and the frameworks, and the type of software but this information can be used to develop web and mobile applications, because it's the software that I use, even though it's I'm geared towards a financial business, is can be translated to any web mobile based development. And so I don't want to ramble on too much longer, but this is just an introduction video. So I'm going to be getting into the types of languages that I use, and just different subject matter, and experience as an African American in this business, in this line of business. And one of the first things I'm going to discuss in this video is there bias in hiring? Is there bias in hiring African Americans? I will say yes, there is bias. There are gatekeepers, but I will say that if you know your stuff, if you're thorough in your knowledge, you cannot be denied. There are so many outlets that you can apply your trade to. And the thing is, with software and coding, the field is so wide and vast that there are opportunities out there, and there are opportunities that are growing. There are opportunities that will, there are opportunities out there. I'm 50 years old, and I get, if I post my resume, Dice, Career Builder, Indeed, and any other job site, I get up to 50, 60 emails a day. I get 30, 40 calls a day, based off of my experience. So, it's something that, if you have this knowledge, you have this foundation, and you have that ability to learn, and the thirst to want to do this, it could be a very lucrative, very rewarding profession. So I'm gonna end this video on that, and then I'll be adding new videos to this series in the near future. So if you have any questions, just put it in the comments, and I'll see if I can add it to my I'll see if I can add it to a future video. And with that, I say goodbye, and I'll see you later. In the future, another video will be coming up. Thank you.